What is going on, guys? It's Evan here from Evan Sports Corner. I'm back with another live stream until today. We got Game 5 of the 2023 World Series. A chance for the Rangers to have themselves a legendary night and win their first World Series title ever. Simeon, Seager, Carter, Garver, Young, Heim, Lowe, Tavares, Jankowski. Obviously, we all know about Adolis Garcia getting injured and being out for the rest of the series. So Travis Jankowski, who had a heck of a game last night in Game 4 to put the Rangers up 3-1 the series, will be getting the spot in the start in right field and the 9-hole. And on the mound for the D-backs, they're going with their ace pitcher to try to salvage their season, Zach Gallen. In this postseason, he's had 5 starts, a 2-2 record, and 5.27 ERA. He's one of the game's best pitchers. He's a great pitcher, but he's had some struggles at times in this postseason. However, today, he'll be going against a loaded Rangers lineup that's been red hot these last couple games here in Arizona. And especially last night, they were going crazy. They're going to need a big-time performance from Zach Gallen today if they want to keep their series and their World Series dreams alive. There's no doubt about that. They're going to need a good Zach Gallen performance. And today, he's going to have to get off to a good start going against the top 2 hitters in the Rangers order. Marcus Semien, who had a great game, a breakout game in Game 4 with a 3-run homer. And I believe he also had also a couple more RBIs after that, 2-run single, 2-run double, something like that. He had a great game yesterday. Corey Seager, who's just been red hot, hitting dingers left and right. So they'll have to go against those 2 guys to start the game, and that'll be a huge first couple at bats. So here we go. Game 5 of the World Series is about to get underway. Marcus Semien going to lead off. The Rangers have outscored the D-backs 13-0 in the first 3 innings in the last 2 games. So the Rangers have done a great job getting to the D-backs early on in these last couple wins. And they're going to need to get that offense and those bats going early today if they want to win their first World Series in franchise history. As a Rangers fan, I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Here we go. First pitch of Game 5 is on the way. Zach Gallen to Marcus Semien, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. They're going. They got their ace pitcher Gallen today, and then they have Merrill Kelly tomorrow or on today's Wednesday, so Friday. So yeah, they're gonna have 2 good pitchers ready to go. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that one is low. 2-0 count now to Marcus Semien, who's hitting 263 in the World Series. He responded with a much better performance yesterday after getting off to a really rough start in the series. He could not buy a hit, but he's been really good these last 2 Rangers wins. The Rangers offense a lot better when this guy is producing. 2-0 pitch, and Semien fouls it off to the backstop. 2-1 count to Marcus Semien. We're excited for this game. This is a big moment for the Rangers in their franchise. They've had a couple World Series trips. They haven't done much. They obviously had that heartbreaking loss in 2011, but this year they're 1 game away from the World Series. The 2-1 to Semien. He swings and sends one out to center field. Alec Thomas is going to be underneath it, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning in the game. So 1 man retired, and now it will be Corey Seager, the dangerous hitter in this Rangers order. And Torey Lovullo said he regrets going at Seager the last couple of games, especially yesterday, hitting another big-time home run. Going at Corey Seager has some serious consequences. There's no doubt about that. Attacking one of the game's best hitters. D-backs better pitch very carefully with him today. He'll make you pay as Gallen goes outside on that first pitch for ball 1. Yeah, you got to be careful, man. Corey Seager's one of the best hitters in all of baseball, and there's no doubt about that. He is an absolute star in this league. 1-0 pitch to him, and that's a good pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. But if you make a mistake with Corey Seager, the way he's been hitting in this postseason in the last couple games, he's hit 3 home runs in this series. If you make a mistake to Corey Seager, he will send that thing flying. 1-1 pitch to him, and that's a great pitch from Gallen. He's thrown a couple good ones to Seager, attacking that outside part of the plate. It's a 1-2 count, and these last 2 pitches have been beautiful ones from Zach Gallen to make the count 1-2. Big pitch to Seager, 1-2, swinging a line drive foul. So there's almost a mistake right there. Corey Seager is an elite hitter, man. I mean, we're talking the best of the best, and if you let him get that barrel on the ball, he'll send that thing flying. 1-2 pitch to Seager, and a swing and a line drive up the middle. Nice stop by short by Perdomo, and he throws Seager out at first. A well hit ball by Seager, but Perdomo playing in the right spot just makes the play, and 2-away in the top of the first. Zach Gallen, like I said right before the game started, these first couple hitters are going to be very important. See how he does, get that confidence up, out, and that's what he was able to do. Now he's got to go against Evan Carter, the rookie sensation who's been hitting so well in this postseason. He takes a strike on that outside. Oh boy. Not looking too good with Zach Gallen right now, man. He is dealing. I'm not going to lie. It's very scary to see Zach Gallen dealing so well early on in this game. I'm not a fan of that. He's throwing some really good pitches. 0-1 to Carter here. And they will call time. So I think Gallen's been pitching really well these first couple batters. He's looking, his pitch location has been pretty good. Threw a really nice pitch to Carter. So the Rangers this postseason, in the regular season, their offense was one of the best, if not the best in baseball. In the postseason, they've had 22 multi-run innings, 12 3-plus run innings, and 5 5-plus run innings. So there's no doubt this Rangers offense can explode at any moment as Carter takes ball one high. So that's obviously something to watch out for, man. This is a team that can string hits together, and they got a lot of power in that lineup as well. 1-1 to Carter. He swings and fouls it off. A 1-2 count. Evan Carter's been a vital part of that lineup as well, just how good he is at fouling pitches off and has such a good eye at the plate, man. It's a very valuable asset to have, no doubt about that. So the 1-2 pitch to Carter, and time is called. The 21-year-old rookie, after getting called up in September, has been an absolute star for this Rangers team. And against Zach Gallen in his career, he's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Had a great game one. That's one thing Evan Carter played very well in that game one win. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Gallen to Carter. And he got him swinging in the dirt, a strikeout. A good 1-2-3 inning for Zach Gallen. The D-backs need their ace to be on point today, and that is exactly what he did in that first inning. A scoreless frame for Gallen, and we'll head to the bottom of the first with the game tied at 0. So that's what you know. Zach Gallen's going to give you all you can handle today, man. That's all you can handle. No about that. No doubt about that. Nathan Eovaldi on the hill today with the Rangers. It's going to be interesting to see how Nathan Eovaldi performs today. I'm hoping, in game one, Eovaldi wasn't his sharpest, but if you get a good Nathan Eovaldi, he is very, very difficult to hit against, man. He's a heck of a player. There's no doubt about that. So if Nathan Eovaldi is pitching well today, it might be GG's for the D-backs. But again, I'm expecting Zach Gallen to also pitch very well. This is a great pitching matchup. It's going to be an exciting one, and if both guys are pitching to their peak, there's no doubt this game is going to be a low scoring one. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just going to be exciting. We'll see how the Rangers are able to adjust to Zach Gallen. They faced him already once in the series. He did a pretty good job, gave up a couple doubles here and there. But overall, I say he pitched a pretty solid game against the Rangers. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, Nathan Eovaldi, hopefully he'll pitch better than he did in game one because he was a little shaky in game one. I'm not gonna lie, he was a little shaky in game one. Was that Friday of last week? Or is that? Yeah, I think that was Friday of last. Yeah, man. It's exciting, and this is exciting to see the Rangers in the World Series. This is a very exciting time. I'm super pumped up, and man, this is just great. I'm just happy, man. Like I've been waiting for this team to be good for so long, and we stuck through the hard times, and now we're one game away from winning the World Series. I mean, there's no doubt there's a lot of nerves and things like that, but I believe in my boys to go out and execute today. We're 10-0 on the road these playoffs, and hopefully we can cap it all off with an 11-0 road postseason record, and most importantly, a World Series. I mean, that's crazy to think about how close we are. But again, Kobe Bryant, the late and great Kobe Bryant said, "Job's not finished. It ain't finished until all 27 outs recorded and you've won 4 games." So yeah, we're getting ready to see the D-backs hit against Nathan Eovaldi here, and it is the Diamondbacks batting order that's got a lot of speed, a little bit of power, is a pretty solid amount of power as well. Corbin Carroll, the star, batting first. Ketel Marte at 2. Gabriel Moreno, the young catcher, at 3. Christian Walker, the power hitting Gold Glove first baseman. Is that Tommy Pham at 5? Lourdes Gurriel at 6, Alec Thomas at 7, the speedy center fielder, Evan Longoria at 8, and Geraldo Perdomo at the 9 spot. A lot of variety, a lot of different types of hitters in this D-backs order. And here's Corbin Carroll batting first, and the first pitch from Nathan Eovaldi, ball 1. Oh, come on, man. It's a good first pitch. I thought that was going to be easily strike 1, but umpire was low. And now it's a 1-0 count to Corbin Carroll. And that one's high, 2-0 count to Corbin Carroll. Guy with a good eye. He did get bailed by that. He's 4 for 18 in this World Series, so he hasn't had the greatest World Series. We'll say that about Corbin Carroll. There's no doubt he hasn't had the greatest World Series. Eovaldi getting a little lost here, though. It's a 3-0 count. Nathan Eovaldi. So Corbin Carroll standing in there, and he's got a lot of speed. You don't want to put him on the base paths ever because he just is so quick. But Eovaldi is going to put him on base 4 balls. And again, it sucks that first pitch could have been a strike, could have changed the AB. But Eovaldi wasn't able to bounce back from that. Ends up walking Carroll on 4 pitches. So not a good sign, man. I mean, don't want to walk a guy like Corbin Carroll, again, with so much of that speed on the base paths. I mean, he is a tough he's a tough base runner, man. It's very frustrating. So Eovaldi's got to dial in here. The D-backs have stolen 17 bases in their 10 World Series wins, and you got to think they're got to be very aggressive today with those base runners. And just like that, Carroll's taking off for a second. The throw down wasn't a good throw, and Carroll is saved. So on cue, they talk about on the broadcast, and I mentioned the base running, and just like that, Corbin Carroll steals second base. And again, I think they could have. I mean, he had a decent lead and got a good jump, but I genuinely think with a better throw from Jonah Heim, they might have had Corbin Carroll, but it wasn't a good throw from Heim, and Carroll's easily able to slide in safe. So that is a good start for this D-backs team. Their lead runner gets on base. He's got so much speed, and he's already in scoring position after one pitch to Marte. Now Marte will lay the bunt down, and it'll be foul, so it's 0-2. Interesting decision there. Obviously, you do want to put the runner on third base, make it even easier. But if I were Torey Lovullo, I mean, in my opinion, I let Marte hit. Marte is one of the best hitters on this team, and I trust him more than anybody on that team to drive Corbin Carroll in. Again, a single definitely drives Carroll in with that speed. So I don't know. It's just, I don't understand the bunt there, but, we'll see if it pays off. 0-2. Marte ends up grounding it to second, does the job anyway. Semien throws out Marte, but job is done as Carroll's able to make it to third base, and the D-backs have a runner on third with 1 out. That's a big situation because now the D-backs have 2 guys coming up, Christian Walker, Tommy Pham, with the opportunity making contact most likely drives in, unless it's like just a straight pop up in the infield, most likely is able to get Corbin Carroll home. So good job by Ketel Marte to get the bat on the ball. And now here comes, oh, I'm stupid. It's actually Moreno, not Walker. Gabriel Moreno to the plate. He takes strike 1. So it's up to Moreno to try to drive him in. He was 1 for 13 in the first 3 games. Did have a home run though. And in game 4, he went 2 for 4. Started to hit his stride. The young catcher has been really good for the D-backs this postseason. Rangers had the infield in, and Moreno takes ball 1 down low. So with the infield in, Rangers obviously have to account for Carroll's elite speed. And again, ground ball contact could probably get him home depending on the situation. So Moreno stands in a 1-1 count. And here's the 1-1 from Nathan Eovaldi. Swung on and grounded to short. Seager's going to be able to keep Carroll at third. And the infield shift for the Rangers works. The infield in shift for the Rangers works perfectly as they're able to retire Moreno and hold Carroll at third. That is huge for the Rangers. So Moreno hit the ball pretty well, but Seager is right there to make the play. Throw out Moreno at first, and now Corbin Carroll is on third with 2 outs. So here comes Christian Walker to the plate, the cleanup hitter for this Arizona Diamondbacks team, as he looks to drive in Corbin Carroll from third. And Eovaldi throws that one outside for ball 1. So Corbin Carroll on third. Christian Walker, 5 for 18 in the series, has been pretty solid. Has a couple extra base hits, although he did. There are a couple of moments for Christian Walker that have been very bad as he looks to right his wrongs here. He's had a couple of bad moments in this series. The 1-0 count to him from Nathan Eovaldi, and the 1-0 pitch swung on and line foul. We talking about those moments real quick. Obviously, he got thrown out early on in game 3. Could have been a run, and he got thrown out in game 3, which was obviously really bad. And then last game had a massive gaff at first base. Gold glove and very reliable fielder made an error that allowed the Rangers to add on even more runs in that massive inning they had. So Walker's had a couple rough moments in this series. The 1-1 from Eovaldi, and Walker goes swinging and missing the 1-2 count. He's the best slugger on this team, hit 33 home runs in the regular season and over 100 RBIs. Team leader in both categories for the Diamondbacks, but he swings and misses at that high fastball from Nathan Eovaldi. A 1-2 count from Nasty Natus. He looks to put away Walker and end this inning. The 1-2. And Walker is able to foul off a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. So the thing with the D-backs, and I think they're obviously hoping that Gallen gives them a lot of innings, but I mean, it's do or die time, man. That's the thing that's bad about going down early in these series and being down to your final game is that all these games are must win, and you got to use your best bullpen arms at all times. You might wear some of those guys out because everything's on the table every game from here on for the D-backs. And they are facing elimination. 1-2 count. And that one got away from Eovaldi inside. Heim looked for the check swing, didn't get the call. Eovaldi had a 168 opponent's average against with runners in scoring position, the lowest in the entire American League. However, in the postseason, it hasn't been the same as Walker almost went around there. Close call first. Umpire says he didn't, though. 2-2 to Walker. And another line drive foul from Christian Walker. So he's putting together a heck of an at-bat right now. He's fouling off a lot of pitches. He's making Nathan Eovaldi work for this out. The runner on third base, Walker's got to try to find a crease in the defense and a spot to put the ball into because the team that scores first has been very successful all postseason. Pitch just on the outside corner. Umpire could not give Eovaldi that call. He decided not to. It's unfortunate because there's been a couple close ones, and man, that could have been called strike 3. It was close. It's about as close as it gets, in my opinion. Again, man, I don't like that, bro. 3-2 count to Walker. We'll see if Eovaldi can fan him. He's not able to. Ball 4. Second walk being. I don't like the fact that's 2. And again, it's a close call, but man, like you gotta like the first pitch to Carroll and then that and then the check swing. Like, man, some of these 50-50s got to go our way at some point. Like, come on. MLB, let's not step in here and rig the series and make this thing go to 6 or 7. Let's call this game fair, okay? That could have been strike 3. I wish we had gotten that close call. If I see Gallen get a call like that, I'm gonna be frustrated. But here comes Tommy Pham to the plate, who's been so good for the D-backs this entire postseason. 293 average, and he swings and fouls that one back for strike 1. But yeah, Pham has been electric for them this whole series. And game 1 against Nathan Eovaldi, he actually did hit a home run. It was a big home run for the D-backs. Absolute swamp donkey from him. And that was a big one right there. And a home run here would be massive for the Arizona Diamondbacks and their quest to stay alive in this series. 0-1 pitch from Nathan Eovaldi. And Pham, grounder to short. Seager the throw to second, and they retire Walker. So the inning is over. Eovaldi got himself into a little bit of trouble, but he's able to get out of the inning unscathed. And we'll head to the top of the second with the Rangers leading and the D-backs tied. So it was a stressful first inning. The D-backs were able to draw a couple walks. I'll give them credit again. Home plate umpires kind of frustrating me with some of these calls. I like to see things be a little more even and more I like to see some of those 50-50 calls go our way. That's what I'm trying to say here. But at the same time, I also got to give the D-backs players credit for battling against Eovaldi, making him work cuz again, you have to at the end of the day, you still have to go out there and draw the walk. So credit to them for that. Obviously, it's very good for them. They did a great job making the at-bats really competitive and difficult, and they got themselves in a good position. They got arguably their hottest hitter this postseason. I mean, Ketel Marte also has been unbelievably good. But yeah, they got one of their hottest hitters up, and he hit the ball, unfortunately for him, just right to Corey Seager. So that is how the inning ends, and the Rangers are now coming to bat here in the top of the second. So yeah, we'll see what the Rangers can do here, batting for the second time. Zach Gallen's got to come through for the D-backs today, and I mean he looked good in the first inning. I'm not gonna lie, he looked good in the first inning. And again, it's very early. Pitchers can come out and look great in the first inning. I mean, shoot, Evaldi looked so dominant those first couple innings against the D-backs on Friday, and then things kind of started to get worse for him from there. But yeah, no, Gallen is got to pitch his A game today. I mean, it's game 5, down 3-1, backs against the wall for the rest of the series. You gotta. This is a game. This game 5 is so important. You know, regardless of the series. I mean, if it's 2-2, um, it's huge. 3-1, like any situation with game 5 is huge because the momentum in the series changes with game 5. Because like if the D-backs do win today, look, they're going back to Texas. That's not gonna be easy, but the path for them is tough. But if you win game 5, it gives you a little bit of morale. It gives you some time to cool off. Especially the fact that these teams have played. This is the third consecutive day that they're playing. It gives both teams a chance to mentally reset, but especially the D-backs will have that momentum and that time, that day in between to rest up, get ready to go. Merrill Kelly will be fully healed up and ready to go for game 6. So that is obviously huge for the D-backs to win today, keep their season alive, and then be able to have that momentum going into game 6. So that's big. And then again, if it's 2-2, I mean, team that wins game 5 takes a lot of momentum with them. I mean, the Rangers, they were unfortunately for the Rangers last year, they did lose game 5 to Houston, but they came through and ended up winning that series. That's all that matters. Here we go. Top of the second. Zach Gallen getting ready to face Mitch Garver, the cleanup hitter for this Texas Rangers team, who's having a pretty terrible World Series, batting 67. That's pretty bad. He takes ball 1, though. On a pitch that could have been a strike, so at least it's kind of being consistent. But yeah, Garver did hit a home run in game 2 off of Merrill Kelly, and that's the only thing he's really done all series that's been good, as he takes strike 1 on a nice off-speed pitch from Zach Gallen. So yeah, hasn't been the greatest of postseasons and series for Mitch Garver. It'd be nice to see him contribute a little more than he's been. That's a good pitch from Gallen on the corner. It's a 1-2 count. So I don't like this man. Gallen's firing. He's pitching good. Mitch Garver in his career has homered off of Zach Gallen, though. It'd be nice if he could hit one here, but he's down the count 1-2. Gallen's been throwing some really good pitches, and he throws a breaking ball that gets Garver swinging and missing. So Zach Gallen quickly able to take care of business against Mitch Garver there. 1 out here in the top of the second. So yeah, Mitch Garver, not a great at bat from him. And again, Zach Gallen, props to him for throwing some absolute beautiful pitches. Those first 2 strikes were fantastic, and then Garver, I don't like that hack there at the end. Here comes Josh Young, who's been playing very well in this World Series. He takes a pitch on the outside for ball 1, but it was a near miss. 375 in the World Series, has been consistently getting hits. 3 home runs this postseason. Actually does not. He's been real well for the Rangers. He hits the hard line drive to short. Perdomo makes a nice play on it, though. Throws to first and retires Josh Young for out number 2. We're having some stream issues. Okay. Stream issues. Okay. We're good. We're good. Oh my gosh, I hate when that crap happens, bro. Gosh, man, this All right, so we had to the bottom of the second here, and that was another bad inning from the Rangers bats. Really bad inning from them. That was a bad inning for sure from the Rangers. Again, man. I mean, just weak contact overall, and it was bad. I'm gonna be honest. It was pretty terrible. Um, Mitch Garver started off with an easy strikeout, got Gallen going, and then the second hitter up was it Young? Young actually hit the ball pretty well. Unfortunately, it was right to Ketel Marte, and then Lowe had a weak ground out. So Gallen's getting through these first couple innings with not much stress, a lot very easily. Low pitch count. I think we're gonna get a good Zach Gallen performance so far. So um my man, we gotta I'm not gonna lie, if Evaldi, the way that things are trending, if Nathan Evaldi does not come out and give you a very good start, like I'm talking 1-2 runs, it might be tough. It might be a tough night. I mean, Zach Gallen has come out tonight and he is looking good. Man, I'm telling you, he's looking good. Highest win percentage in postseason history with a minimum of 10 decisions. Not many pitchers have been better in the playoffs than Nathan Eovaldi. Kurt Schilling was so good for the D-backs and Red Sox. John Smoltz, who's actually in the commentary booth, was so good. Orlando Hernandez for the Yankees, and then Nathan Eovaldi. He's up there with a lot of big time names and a lot of great postseason pitchers. He's one of the best when it comes to these types of games. He throws strike one to Lourdes Gurriel. But in that first inning, man, it was not great for him. Gurriel's hitting 357 in the World Series. Had a good game yesterday with a 3-run homer late in the game. See what he can do today as he swings and misses at strike two. A lot like if he is related to I think he is related to Yuli Gurriel, and if he is, he plays like him. He's a big swinger. He'll hit some very nice home runs and also miss. A big Tom swinger. 0-2 count to Lourdes Gurriel. He's down 0-2 in the count against Nathan Evaldi. And the 0-2 swung on and grounded up the middle. That's a base hit for Gurriel. So for the back-to-back innings, the D-backs get the leadoff hitter on, and Gurriel 0-2 count, still swinging away, makes some very high quality contact. So a lot of props to him for being able to do that. Showing the D-backs and their celebration in the pool, and today will be their final game at Chase Field in 2023, regardless of the outcome today. So this will be their final home game, final game. The fans will be in the pool. Here's Alec Thomas as he grounds one foul off his foot for an 0-1 count. So Thomas 235 batting average this series, 220 overall in the postseason. Does have 4 home runs though. I think he did have a big home run in that Brewers series. So Alec Thomas is a good baseball player and he's a good center fielder, no doubt about that. An 0-1 count to Alec Thomas. And he swings and misses. Foul tipped it. Heim wasn't able to come up with it, but it's an 0-2 count either way. So Evaldi, a double play would be nice, but Thomas is really fast. So yeah, he goes with this nice pitch, moving pitch, and he gets Thomas. And actually, Heim just straight dropped that ball, so that's kind of weird. But Jonah just straight dropped that. Thank goodness it wasn't a strike three. 0-2 when Evaldi throws one inside, a good pitch. Heim tried to frame it. Was not able to get the strike three call, but it was a pitch though, a good 0-2 pitch. So Diamondbacks hitters trying to battle back from 0-2 counts for the second consecutive AB. We'll see if Thomas is able to do it. Gurriel is able to reach base. Here's Thomas says Evaldi will go back to first. Make sure to keep Gurriel over there. So yeah, this Arizona order, they got a lot of speed. We'll see. We'll see how aggressive they are with Gurriel on the base bats. 0-2 count. Thomas grounds it to short. Seager was at dang near second base, and he's able to get the out. He doesn't even go for Gurriel at second. So they're showing some Nathan Evaldi pitches. Fastball splitter. He throws that splitter at 89 miles an hour. It's a very filthy pitch when it's working, and Yeah, that was such a weird play. It just happened. There was a chopper, a weak ground ball, and Seager is like over second base. It was so weird. He's over second base, and he's able um to what do you call it, to get over there and make it happen. That's a line drive into left field. Carter coming in on it, makes the catch. Evan Carter, will they double up? Gurriel at second, they will not. But Evan Carter making another great play in the outfield and potentially saving a run with another heck of a snag from this rookie, man. He's made some terrific plays out there in left field, and he's able to rob Evan Longoria with a huge snag right there. So that is big for the Texas Rangers. Evan Carter making a great play in the outfield. And now Geraldo Perdomo will be up to bat. He's hitting 364 in this series, so he's actually been playing very